everyone and welcome to Drivenmad.
And what are you doing today? Money saving tips, I do.
Money saving tips and interesting because I didn't really realise. So stay there, let me show you what I'm going to show you today.
I'll stay here.
Now, I decided to check the level on my clutch fluid because it needed a flush. So I flushed it through once and I wanted to check the fluid level, and I was going to put some new stuff through because I got some new .4, so I was going to flush it again.
Can we wander this way because obviously we can't see your beautiful face because of the sun.
And I took off my reservoir cap and it sort of popped off and then shot off with pressure, and I thought that's a bit weird. And if I actually show you this, I should pick it up with this. Look, this is the cap that came off, and now you can see this piece of rubber there. It's covered in brake fluid. But if I show you a new one, look at how big it is compared to that. You can see the size difference. This is correct, this isn't, so it's expanded. So I flushed the clutch through and I thought, right, fine, I can put that back. And I couldn't get that back in properly, and it was going in sideways, I couldn't get it on flat. And apparently rubber, when it touches brake fluid, expands. It basically gets weak and expands. That's what I saw online. So a bit stupid, bit silly, but I covered that when I last did the flush in .4 brake fluid. So don't cover your rubbers in brake fluid, please, because you'll have this problem. But finding that cap for this L200, if you've got one of these, they're a pain in the ass. And I've been online, I've seen some used ones for 100 and something pounds for a used cap, so the rubbers were not even new. And I couldn't find one anywhere. Now I just thought I'd show quickly the problems that I was facing when looking online to buy this part. Now you can see here all these caps, they all are exactly what I wanted, and I really couldn't get hold of them. You can see they're all in America, Canada, Australia or the UK, and here out in Europe the customs charges are 1, really expensive, and 2, here in Portugal it takes weeks to get it through customs, so it can take up to a month sometimes to get it delivered. And I didn't really have the time to wait, so it was really annoying me that I couldn't get hold of one of these caps. So let me show you what I did. I went on AutoDoc and I got the cheapest Ride X. I don't recommend this brand really. I've heard people slate them. People say that this is cheap stuff, but that's exactly why I wanted it. Now this, you can see I've got a whole reservoir. I got this whole clutch reservoir for $24.95 on AutoDoc. So I bought that because it was way cheaper than trying to find a cap. So the cap on it is exactly the same size. Happy days. I was just jumping for joy 5 minutes ago because that fits. So I'm very happy. And yeah, a good money saving tip on the L200 is if you can't get a cap, it's a bit of a waste, but buy the whole thing.
But also,
what?
We went to the dealer, didn't we?
Oh yes, we also went down to Mitsubishi, and I expected this to be a fortune because online all the used ones and things were really expensive. €15, wasn't it? Or
I
5?
thought it was 25.
Or 25. I don't think it was.
I thought it was about the same price as you paid for that.
But it wasn't, Matt. It wasn't, you know, more expensive than I have paid for this cap. But I got this one because I thought it would get here quick, and it's nice to have a backup. Because at the time I bought this, I didn't expect Mitsubishi to be affordable because online they were really expensive. So sometimes it is worth going down to the dealer and actually checking out what their OEM parts are.
Well, with our Mercedes, we used to go to the Mercedes parts shop because it was much cheaper.
Yeah, and you could get obviously every bit that you need because they've got all the right diagrams and they know the car. But I thought this was a good little tip, especially if you've got the L200, on how to do that and buy the whole reservoir just to get the cap, because it's a good little tip there.
So we're going to watch you put it on?
So you can see here, look, that this
is it clean? It
is. I've literally just cleaned in there so it doesn't touch, but you can see the size difference. It's incredible how much that's expanded, but you can see there, look, that seal snugly sits in there and it just clips on. That's literally all that it does. So that's on, done, happy days. No air is going in there because the .4 brake fluid is really sensitive to air, and you don't want that because you'll get a horrible clutch feel.
And just to be on the safe side, we're now going to sit and pump a load of clutch fluid through just to be on the safe side. Exactly
right. So I'm going to empty it, flush it through, and it all should be good.
That's it.
Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.
One day I'll change.